Hey guys, how's it going today? Today's video is about the old crew cab here. Just doing a little bit of documentation, not necessarily, freedom or political or anything like that. Just kind of, today's a truck video. So this is the infamous crew cab that I plan on swapping onto this cab here, or onto this frame. My idea is to take this F600 cab, or F650 cab, excuse me, that's up here, and throw this in the trash. Nothing on this I need, so everything that's white, from basically this corner straight up to here, all this portion right here, all that is going in the trash. Then move that toolbox, and this cab here will then slide forward and get mounted in place of where this toolbox and this cab is currently. It's a 2000 F650. It's got a 7.3 power stroke with a Eaton 6-speed manual transmission. 4-wheel disc brakes, no air. So it's that's a bad little sunshine there. So this is the cab here, and this is a 1975 F600 crew cab. I have the whole front clip for it, and it's a big fender truck like this, so it's just going to fit in there perfectly and nicely. Anybody who's into old cars has an idea of condition and things like that, but just a little bit of documentation and kind of show what I'm starting with here. This is the biggest challenge. That's a vertical steering column that went down through the pedals, and I'm going to be changing it to where it goes out the firewall as it should. But as you can see, used to be an Arco oil and gas truck. This truck came from California and was part of the oil field construction north of LA. It's got 59,000 original miles. It hasn't rolled over. That's box A miles, so that'll be pretty cool, you know. Not a big deal because I'm not using the motor or anything, but still cool. Got a little bit of rust on the floorboard there. But I just think everything about this cab is just too cool. Arco Oil and Gas Company. Just a nice little classic dash. I'm going to try to retain as much of the dash as I can. Unfortunately, I think this sticker is going to be sacrificed. I have to notch this up right here where the steering column is going to come down through here. This seat here is a 2006 Power Stroke seat. Rear seat, this is actually what matches. Here, we'll back out of here and we'll go take a look here. That matches these seats. Oh, of course, I've got it locked. But that actually matches the front seats in the Freedom Ford. I'm gonna leave you guys here while I grab my keys and unlock this thing here. So these seats, torn as they are, but matching front lariat seats. These came out of an 06 F350, and they'll get fully reupholstered. Not sure what color, not sure what I'm gonna do, but these seats will go in that truck, and basically I'll end up using that fuel pedal down there, and then I'll reroute the brake to the other side, and the shifter obviously will come up through. So you can see the pattern here. I'll move the brake to the opposite side where it goes stock on this truck. Good floor, not too much rust. Like I say, I've got a little bit here, and then I've got a little bit over here on this floorboard. It needs a little bit of attention. For the most part, she's just a clean, bare bones crew cab. Nice, good closing doors. Solid. Not too much rust. Cab corners are good. I got to patch these two holes. This was a stock factory tank that was behind the seat. This was a added tank that was down below the frame on the original truck. So both of those fuel tank holes are getting patched. But as you can see, these cab corners, solid. No rust along the back here. Hey Danny, how you doing, partner? Yeah, we had a couple beers last night. Back glass. It's got both these side glass windows. Original wing windows, original windshield. But like I say, just to document a little bit of where I started on this crew cab before it gets under the knife, or if somebody decides to buy it. Little bit of surface rust here, nothing too big, but no rot in the corners. Overall, pretty decent body lines, not too bad. Drip rails, I think I got a little bit of crust starting up here. But it doesn't seem like too much. The only window I'm missing is this driver or passenger side front door. Only one I'm missing. Should be pretty easy. I'd like to keep the original CB location, CB antenna, get a new whip, put a CB whip out the corner right there. I think that'll be pretty cool. But that's the idea for the Freedom Ford. Obviously everything's always for sale. Somebody was entertained in purchasing the whole package, both trucks together. I'd entertain it. But in the meantime, we'll be continuing on and getting this chassis right here ready and slowly progressing towards ripping this cab off and putting this cab on. Just out here enjoying the wonderful Arizona weather. Seeing a lot of people post up snow pictures. So we don't like any of that white stuff out here. But yeah, just a quick little video to kind of just document my progress on getting this cab from the original truck that it was to eventually a 4-door Freedom Ford. Eventually, I will put a regular 8-foot truck bed behind this Crew, but for a while, I'm going to run this Crewcab in the front here, leave the chassis long, and run the big flags behind the Crewcab. I think that just will be super cool, having the big flags behind the old classic cab. Just give it a whole nother look, and yeah, be pretty cool. So not a whole lot here doing, just like I say, was cleaning it out, and man, that sun is wicked. Definitely bright. There we go, hide the... Just trying to get every angle to try to give the visualization. Figure the tires will be a little bit farther back than that, but that's kind of give you the idea of what it'll look like. Be a little bit more gap between the flags and the Crew, but that's what it's going on. That's the progress, that's the plan, that's the idea, etc., etc. So just out here enjoying a little bit of Arizona. I was just sweeping out all the dust of the cab. I didn't want to be at the house or in the city or next to the neighbors cleaning out all the dirt and dust, so let the dust go back to the desert and call it a day. Maybe, Danny, maybe. That snowball, yee. A little too cold for my blood. Last night I froze last night, and it was only 40 degrees. Here, we'll go ahead and fix that tangle there. That's a little better. That's a little better. I haven't decided on the fuel tank idea yet. That tank is obviously crushed. That was from a little Hyundai that decided to take a little chomp on my fuel tank, so that's why it's all banged up. No sense in replacing it unless I know that I'm going to continue with the big fuel tanks on the side, or leave it clean like this, no step, and then do like an electronic step you see on the bigger lifted trucks. When you open the door, it's got the fold down step. I think I might do a pair of those. I like the way this looks, nice and clean with no big fuel tank. Oh man, that's a big yawn. I don't like those big fuel tanks hanging down, so I don't think I'm going to continue to do those. I think when I get this cab put on, I'll run a stock tank in the back of the truck bed, like a traditional F350 will have. Just a regular fill the fuel in the side of the bed instead of these big tanks down below. This cab sits a little bit lower on the frame. Can't really tell from the angle I'm at, but it sits a little lower than the big cab in the front. A little bit lower profile, and it's got the Crewcab, so that will definitely change the Freedom Ford a lot. This is the Freedom Ford itself transpired from the purchase of this cab. I bought this truck originally, and this is the only part that I wanted, was this cab right here. My idea was originally to build a regular 4-door dually F350 style truck, 4-wheel drive dually, but in the search for looking for a cheap 7.3 Power Stroke diesel motor, I tripped across this truck which had the 7.3 in it. And the original idea was just to buy the truck, rip the motor out of it, put the motor into this truck, and call it a day. After I got this truck, I fell in love with the bigger axles, the more heavy-duty rear end, the double frame, and just being an overall bigger truck. And so I went from going to a traditional F350 style truck to leaving the big fenders in the front and gonna make a full-size F600, but usable. So modern wheels, modern tires, modern axles, modern disc brakes. This truck back here came originally with tubes in the tires, so the original tires that I drove it home with, because I did drive this home from San Miguel, California to Phoenix, Arizona. And it has tubes in the tires, it has split rims, hydrovac brakes, and it just wasn't fun. Top speed 55 with the tailwind, getting passed by everything, including the horse and buggy. So that truck right there got gutted, and I decided, you know, this will be a nice little package. You know, one thing I gotta mention about the viewer Danny Bergeron there, or Danny, I've probably slaughtered your last name and I do apologize. Danny is a drone pilot out of Prescott. Anybody that's in Prescott area or anywhere in the central Arizona area, definitely hit up Danny. That Danny right there. Danny Bergeron, I don't know if that's how you spell it, but that's how I'm saying it for now until you tell me otherwise. But he's a great drone pilot. He was showing me some videos last night that are just out of this world. Out of this world. And photos, my goodness. The photos that he takes from that drone are just top notch as well. We were talking about doing a couple future videos of the Freedom Ford drive-in and having some aerial drone footage of the all the flags up. I don't run my big flags while I'm hooked to the trailer. The trailer's just a little bit too close to the back of the trailer. So, or excuse me, the truck. The trailer's a little bit too close to the truck. So the flags would actually whip the side of the trailer, and it would do two things. Shred the flags twice as fast, but even more important, would destroy the sides of this trailer because it would just whip it and whip it and whip it and just destroy the sides of the paint and everything else. So not planning on doing that, but yeah, that's the little project for you guys. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't sure if that could be said, Danny, so I wasn't going to say it, but I mean, yeah, when you fly 5 miles out, and the cool thing is the video that Danny's got on his YouTube channel is pretty impeccable, and where he flies the drone back to is called Sunset Point in Prescott. It's off the side of Thumbs Butte, and I actually drove the Freedom Ford all the way up there. So, kind of, Lana. It's more like a camp trailer, not necessarily a home. Let me see if it's semi-clean. I'll walk over here and show you guys a little bit. See if it's friendly in here. Let me see. Let me make sure that it's clean real quick. Give me a second. Just had to turn down the music so we don't get a copyright. Of course, this is on my door. Don't tread on me. Just a little camp trailer here. Basically a mobile hotel room. So if I'm doing jobs or whatever, I don't have to stay at a hotel if I just want to crash for the night. Don't have a shower, don't have water, don't have anything. The walls are insulated. The walls are insulated, but the roof is not. And my floor is not insulated. But I just threw some pre-built Lowe's cabinets in here. Threw in a little countertop. I gotta finish this wall and finish wiring it, but I've got a TV that goes right there, of course. Little shelf's gonna be there in the middle for a little video game system. Not much into games myself, but it's how I connect to the TV. That's how technologically uneducated I am. I did not know that the TV could hook to the internet by itself. It's been almost 10 years since I've had a TV, so it was kind of new to me. So I bought the game system so that I could hook to the internet, and well, now I got both. But just a basic little rolling hotel room, basically. Got a little pass through here for longer materials, because on the other side of this wall is my my tools for doing my remodeling jobs and everything like that. So if I'm on a job and I open up the ramp door back there, then nobody knows that there's a little hotel in the front. And so that little pass-through right there is so that if I need to carry longer materials, I do a lot of finish work, so I carry a lot of trim and lightweight boards and things like that. Now this is a disaster. I'm kind of reorganizing back here, but little tool trailer, and got all my tools that are completely tossed in here for now. I've just been sitting here organizing everything. But little work in progress. Not finished. Neither the truck nor the trailer, but so yeah, I just tossed down the little porch here and got a little room on wheels. And the TV, inspiration for the TV was I've tried to show people videos and stuff a lot of times on the phone, you know, different videos involving human trafficking or just different videos involving what's going on politically. And, you know, nobody wants to stare at a little tiny phone for that long. So wait a little while and boom, got the TV so that I can link my phone to the TV or my laptop to the TV and then be able to share the videos on a bigger screen. Just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit nicer, and more enjoyable. Plus, you're just sitting there on a couch instead of, you know, standing around holding the phone, huddled around a phone. So, yeah, just my quick little video. Didn't want to spend too long on here. So, that's my project. That's my update. That's what I'm doing. And, yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. If you want to ask anything or see anything or want any more specifics. Right on, Lana. Yeah, I've been staying busy. Not into this YouTube thing that much, so, you know, just trying to learn. A lot of people like to see what I'm up to and what I'm doing, so just kind of giving a quick little update and showing what's going on. Right on, Lana. Appreciate that. Yeah, too bad I didn't have this set up on TPC. Whew! Would have been nice. If you guys remember, I didn't even have this blue toolbox when I was out on TPC. I just grabbed the old farm truck and boogied, and I slept in that cab right there for 2 months. It was wild. And 6 foot tall, 6 foot tall, hanging in this truck for 2 months was brutal. What did that say? Yeah, winged it in the cab, no doubt, Lana. No doubt. So yeah, when it's done, 7.3 power stroke. It's got a, shoot, I think it's 192,000 on the clock. Let's see. Yeah, 192, 634. So not too bad on a 7.3. If you know 7.3s, you know she's just barely getting broke in. Staying busy, just trying to figure it all out. Getting the hoodie because it's already getting cold. As soon as that sun goes behind those mountains down here in Arizona, it gets chilly quick. But in the daytime, because you're in the direct sun with no shade, it's pretty warm. And we ain't got snow. Upgraded the Freedom sticker to a bigger sticker. Give you an idea of what, somewhat what it'll look like. The cab will be farther forward, but that'll be the idea right there. 2 big old flags behind that old classic crew cab. Dentside, yes sir. See the dent right there. It's called the Dentside because this body line right here dents in. This body style goes from 1973 to 1979. Previous to this, the body style was the bump side, ending in 72, and I believe it started in 67. Don't quote me on that, but that's the bump side. A little bit more popular than this one, but I have a serious love for the Dentside. And I've recently come into a 74 F250 4-wheel drive F26 manual transmission single cab long bed truck. It is more just a project, way far from being roadworthy. If you follow my Instagram, then you can see a couple pictures of it. Very, very far from completion. And really shouldn't have acquired it, but you know, when a friend is in need, you got to help a friend out. So there's that. But on that note, I'm going to finish it off here, and appreciate every one of you guys for stopping by and commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, everything. Just a little update on the Freedom Ford and what I'm doing here. Let me go ahead and switch the camera for you guys. There you go. Give you a little power stroke love there. showing y'all that we have the exact same feelings here. So, yeah. On that note, Freedom Forward saying, sayonara, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you another time. Later.